for the final concert of the tour. Man, it's so much fun. It's been about 6 years since I played here. And because I spent most of my time in my residency in Las Vegas and Harrah's. But tonight I'm in London, baby! You know what's really interesting to me? Every single recording artist, no matter how many hits they've had, they're always known for one particular song. You know what's coming next, right? Fortunately, this song is mine. And they called it Puppy Hell. Oh, I guess they'll never know how a young heart really feels.
Get back.
And why I love her so. And they called it just because we're in our teens. Tell them all, please tell them it's not fair to take away my only dream. Oh, I cried tonight, my tears for you. My tears are all in vain. Oh, I hope and I pray that maybe someday you'll be back in my arms once again. Someone help me. Help me, please. I love that part. If the answer I'm the one, how can I tell them this is not puppy love? Gotta see puppy love, man! You know, I have been so fortunate to enjoy a very long career in show business, thanks to people like you who've supported me throughout the years, so thank you. Thank you very much. And putting the show together was a big challenge, because what parts of my 6 decades of show business do you squeeze into like a 2-hour concert? What do you leave out, right? Here's the challenge, and these are true stories, you guys. I was walking out of this store. This 8-year-old girl sees me and goes, "You're the peacock." I was the first masked singer as a peacock. And then shortly after that, this college student sees me and says, "Hey, I know who you are. You're Joseph from Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dream." So, having said that, it makes it really difficult putting a show together that spans 6 decades and many different generations. So, having a career like I've had with all the ups and the downs and the twists and the turns is that different people know me from different moments in my life. And you know, no one really knows everything about my life. Not even me. So here's the thing. I wanted to share these 6 decades with you. But that's not the easiest thing to do when we've only got a little over an hour and a half, so okay, don't laugh, but to tell it in a reasonable amount of time, I thought stories move faster when they're told in rhyme. So here it is, to you from me, Donny and Otto Rap-ography. It all began back in Utah. I was 4 years old. Started singing with my brothers and the sound was like gold. So my folks took a leap and said, what the hey, we gotta get these monsters out to California. Me, I miss my sandbox, but I like the beach. And I practice at home while my brothers cut their teeth as a barbershop quartet at Disneyland, where they were soon discovered in a way that no one could have planned. See, remember Andy Williams? Well, his dad saw their spark when they sang a couple songs on
Disneyland After Dark.
Andy had to agree those boys could carry a tune. So they went on his show and made the audience swoon. I tell you, people sure loved him, but I felt left out. I mean, come on, at 5 years old, I knew what showbiz was about. So in 1962, I made my big debut, and I showed the whole world what little Donny could do. By 67, we got noticed by the great Jerry Lewis, who played To My did a Bob Hope comedy special musical. And Nancy Sinatra was, of course, when you're busy, ask me where you got it. And miraculously, none of us became too much of a jerk. But we were changing and wanted to rebrand as the Osmonds, a rock and roll band. Two number ones in 71 set everything the world with. But we were still, but also part. That Flip Wilson had a song to say, just wait, there's no yo. Osmond making hits and make no mistake. This was more than just magazine covers of eating cake. They made bobbleheads, trading cards, and a cartoon stack.
No.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
72 we went metal with. 73 Led Zeppelin's label endorses. 74 toured the world again, but soon changed courses as Marie and I officially first joined forces. What did we do? We did our best. Kept on singing and won a few awards, no less. In fact, the very first AMAs got quite a reaction when I got to present with my friend Michael Jackson.
You too, huh? You too.
Rolling Stone, Johnny Carson, Hollywood Squares. We were busy young stars with big starry hair.
Thank you.
Till 76 when we said a little prayer as the Donny and Marie show hit the air.
You're right.
4 non-stop years we ran, and boy, what a blast. With all those sketches, songs, and guests, sure went fast. And while those memories are sure to last and last, you can rest assured the costumes will stay in the past. Wow. The 80s, no longer were we babies. The TV show is canceled, and my fangirls now ladies. I tried my hand at Broadway and Little Johnny Jones.
Yeah, you do.
But the critics, as they say, threw stones. We opened and closed on the very same night. So I packed up my bag and took a homebound flight, thinking, is this the end? Does everyone hate me? No, wait, I know a guest star on the Love Boat will save me.
At this stage of your career, you need all the fans you can get.
I'll try to remember that.
But in 1982, I had a quarter-life crisis. Disappeared and grew weird and screamed, see, I had vices. But no one took notice until 1985, when this Jeff Beck video reminded folks I was alive.
Donny Osmond.
I started getting meetings with producers and the like, did some shows, released some singles, really tried. But the radio stations all but Donny Osmond was taboo, as their listeners considered me a square. It's true. The DJs across the country played my single without saying who this mystery artist was behind the song they were playing. People carded and started thinking. Replays round the clock, and when the truth came out, said
Donny Osmond making it rock.
it was surreal and vindicating to be heard with honest ears after battling my
Image.
for so many years. And what was the comeback song heaven sent from above? My 1989 release. Yeah, it soon became a smash.
Number 2 on the charts.
With also melting hearts. Became my 3rd hit single in a row, topping the MTV dance charts of that. Then Capitol Records swooped in, Y9 and signed me as a media 180 on the history behind me, embracing that little Donny who grown into a man, paving the way for so much more as the 90s began. Cause I was back from the dead, and as Arsenio said,
there's some new, exciting days ahead.
and not just in music, though I didn't quite retire with a string of new hits like. In 1991, I found my talent for touring, included the racy kind, which was so alluring. I had 2 celebrity charity Grand Prix on slate, and wouldn't you know I won them both.
How you feel, man? Great.
I almost went pro, really Chevy was down, but I was offered a role in a show out of town, playing a guy with lots of brothers who somehow stood out. something I know absolutely nothing about. It seemed safer than racing though, so I accepted. And good thing, cause it was bigger than I ever expected, making me a theater star as the titular green loaded. I was red and yellow and green and blue, over 2,000 performances, a movie version too. I was white cloth clad, feeling rad. Whoa, you know, I didn't look too bad. But after 6 years of basking in a standing ovation, I got a call from the folks over at Pepe, and he said, Donny, look, we know you're not Chinese, but we really like your voice, so could you do this, please? How could I say no to bring to life a Disney prince? Great story, great song, I was easy to convince. So I joined the Disney Renaissance and got my song on as Captain in the movies. The rest of the decade was mainly occupied by a new TV show with my sister by my side. And what a beautiful way it was to open the door to a new millennium with a lot in store. Let's go, things started out smooth in the brand new century. The 2 Emmy nominations for my sister and me. Meanwhile, cartoons couldn't get rid of me. Right, Johnny Bravo? You gotta be kidding me. Co-host in Miss America, safe for the crown, even if Western all the
It slides down.
did in 2001, which is still almost the same every time. Presented awards to some famous names. And during the birth of the Olympic Games, 2 years hosting. And he got another Emmy nom for that. Dave Joy got a pyramid of friends and rock friends.
I can't believe you get to be Donny Osmond.
Did a Pepsi Twist dad when we freaked out Ozzy. Got a star with a whole lot of posse. Rick Brady, Len Erman, Len O, Larry King, Oprah and Rachel with Nell, and between Dr. Phil, Jimmy Kimmel, Pierce Morgan as well. What can I say? Talk shows know that I sell. Back on Broadway as Gaston. Weird Al video was fun. One silver, one gold, one platinum album. We're doing cameos on. See Donny mugging.
All my children.
Awards that were groovy.
Yourself, sis.
On the clip of the movie.
Shiver me timbers.
Then, in the fall of 2008, despite all the projects I had on my plate, my sister and I set an opening date. 6 weeks at the Flamingo, it was gonna be great. Little did we know, it would change our career. 6 weeks extended to 11 years. I'd love to reminisce about the cheers and the tears, but the clock's still ticking, so we gotta switch gears. The year after we opened, Hollywood called and said, are you hip enough to stretch your stuff off?
Dancing with the stars.
And I said, Marie did it last year and had a good run, so grandpa or not, I will not be outdone. I'll give it a shot. Son of a gun, I came, I danced, I won! The biggest is the bigger busiest yet. Tours and albums shows you bet plus us. Rapped to wet hand and he birthday card dad broke the neck. Then around when I got wax figured, another surprise opportunity delivered when dressed as a...
He got totally
It
roused.
was the very first best singer on Fox. Of course, it wasn't the first time I made the choice to hide my face in it so I could share my voice. It's just such a great way to let the haters know. Donny, yo, you gonna get out of sight. 60 plus years at the speed of light. If you didn't know before, then the flow was tight. Well, then you know, no show, right, Donny? That's right. Okay, let's finish strong. My name's Donny Osmond, and I might be famous, but I'm here for you folks. Help me feel it all